Hi, I'm Benjamin, and I've been playing Dungeons and Dragons since high school. Over the years, my experience has expanded to include systems such as GURPS, Dark Heresy, and Shadowrun. Now, I'm here to make my experience available to you and help you make your games as much fun as they can be. So let's talk about character goals. Does a character need a goal? Technically not. There are plenty of examples of heroes who are entirely reactionary to the plot and are still beloved. However, playing a character who lacks some form of goal to work towards doesn't necessarily make for a great deal of fun, at least in a Dungeons and Dragons context. Character goals help give the character a consistent guide for decision making, a drive to get out of bed every morning, and a reason for risking their lives every day. Goals give a character agency, which is desirable in a role playing game, to make the character more than a passive bystander swept up in events. This leads to the obvious question: what makes for good character goals? It's not too simple, but there are a couple of hallmarks that you should consider when setting a goal for your character. First, it has to be achievable. Becoming a new god is a viable goal in many D&D settings, but in a game set in the modern day, it's more likely to be a delusion than an achievable goal. The best way to work it out is to see if you can work out a series of discrete steps that you can take to get to your goal. In the Forgotten Realms, your steps to godhood include gathering followers, gaining power, killing an existing god, and consuming their god seed to gain their power. It's tough, but it has been done before within the setting, so it's something a character could reasonably aspire to. The second thing is a goal needs to fit in the scope of the campaign. Seeking godhood is all very well, but it's not a goal that works in a game revolving around getting shipwrecked on an island and surviving. Even if that is your character's endgame, step one of your plan becomes survive and get off the island, same as everyone else. Thirdly, a goal should be relevant to the character's backstory and fit in their personality. The Cleric of Healing is unlikely to aspire to become an evil overlord and take over the world. The Wizard probably isn't angling for the title of greatest swordsman in the world. Fourth, it should be finite in scope. Gather power or get rich are both open ended and are generally more means to an end rather than being an end in and of themselves. The reason that having a goal that can be accomplished is important is that achieving your goals makes for important character beats and allows for growth, reassessing priorities, and potentially setting a new goal. Generic as they may sound, goals like revenge, save someone who's been kidnapped, acquire a specific item, cure a deadly illness, lift a curse, and their ilk are actually a very good goal for the character. They slot easily into most campaigns, can have the details tinkered with to make them part of the main storyline, and are easy to keep in mind while having enough urgency to make them a driving force behind the character's choices and action. So, what makes a bad choice for a goal? Well, obviously, there's a goal that cannot be achieved, either due to being impossible within the context of the setting, or due to being open ended. But there are some other pitfalls that should also be avoided. So, a goal has to be achievable, right? Well, why not make it super achievable? Really easy stuff. The reason is pretty simple. A goal's primary purpose in building a character is to be part of what defines a character. It's a major factor in their decision making, potentially causing a character to choose something that disadvantages his team to pursue his own agenda. An easily achieved goal doesn't force hard choices or demonstrate or inform your character. So, what if my character's goal is to retire and become a farmer? Well, why are you adventuring then? You can retire from adventuring at any time. A character's goals within the context of the adventure should be something that drives them forward, not has them constantly asking, why am I getting shot at by the orcs? As a quick sidebar on this, having the goal be to save the world dash kingdom dash vault so you can return there and live peacefully or marry the girl or start your blacksmith shop is technically workable as long as you ensure that there is a pressing need to have complete the adventure as one of the steps in your plan. But it is inherently limiting as it means that after the goal is complete, the character doesn't have a reason to go adventuring anymore. This means that in an ongoing campaign, it is a bad goal, unless you're willing to have the character development that changes the goal. Maybe the girl you left behind gets tired of waiting and hooks up with someone else, or your character falls in love with one of their adventuring comrades. Whatever it is, if the plan is to continue the campaign after the initial quest, then ensure that your goals do not prevent further participation in the game. Well, maybe just make the goal whatever the main quest is, right? Again, that's not a great idea. You're already doing the main quest and probably have some level of investment in it already. So making it your personal goal doesn't inform the character at all. It doesn't set them out from their companions. It doesn't set up their personality because everyone's already doing the main quest. So you're just doing what everyone else is, but twice as hard. And that sort of brings us to party goals. The party can and should have some goal beyond the campaign objectives. Goals bring the team together and add agency as a group, giving something to be proactive about when the main plot is on the back burner. Group goals are best set as something everyone can contribute a bit to. A common one is to get a base of operations and keep improving it over time, with scope ranging from we have an inn which we run on the side to we want to be the kings of our own kingdom. As a rule, the main purpose of group goals is to keep the group active and advancing, so the rules tend to be a bit looser here. Just try to avoid anything that retires the characters, and you should be alright. Anyway, that's all for now. Don't forget to like, subscribe for more content, hit the bell for the notifications, and join my Patreon. Members get custom rendered art of their characters, monthly one-shot games run by me, and the high-ranking members get to take part in a full-on long-term campaign run by me. In any case, keep well and have fun!